It's good to talk about aviation, but how can we talk about something that flies in the sky without understanding the environment in which it operates? That's why today we're going to talk about something that pilots and engineers must never neglect: the atmosphere. The atmosphere is invisible, but aviation cannot exist without it. Why? Simply because every takeoff, every climb, every landing, every turn depends on the interaction between aircraft and air around it. So without atmosphere or without air, there is no lift, no thrust, no flight. Hey, welcome to BEMG-Flight Science. If you like aviation, you are in the right place, because here we break down complex aviation topic into simple, clear, and easy explanation. If you haven't already, like this video and subscribe now. Let's go. Okay, welcome back. In this first part, we need to answer a very simple question. What is atmosphere? We are going to look at two definitions. First, the scientific definition, what science books say. The second, the aviation definition, what pilots and aircraft designers think about it. For the scientific definition, the atmosphere is a layer of gases that surrounds the Earth. Gravity holds it in place. Without gravity, these gases would fly away into space. Think of it like a cover of air around our planet. This cover is not empty, it's full of tiny pieces called molecules. These molecules move and bounce all the time. You cannot see them, but they are present. But for aviation, this definition is too general. We must focus on aircraft. For pilots and engineers, the atmosphere is the medium in which an aircraft operates. So here's the difference. For science, it's a cover of gas around Earth, but for aviation, it is the workplace of pilot. Same atmosphere, but different way to look at it. The atmosphere is a big subject. It's made of a lot of gases. It looks like nothing, but it's full of different gases. Among these gases, we have nitrogen, oxygen, argon, carbon dioxide, and other gases. Something important is that the total percent of these is 100%. Amazing. But there is one more important gas which changes everything in aviation. It is water vapor. This gas is not constant. It can be 0% in desert and it can increase to 4% in tropical air. Water vapor can change with temperature, altitude, location, like sea versus desert and weather. There is one question that we must know. Why do pilots care about water vapor? Simply because water vapor changes air density. Less density means less lift. Less density means less engine power and a long runway to take off. Water vapor has a significant effect in how the aircraft performs and how safe the flight is. It creates clouds, fog, and rain, and these things change visibility. But one of the biggest impacts is that water vapor can create icing. And icing is one of the most dangerous things in aviation. For example, ice on the wings destroys lift. Ice on the propeller destroys thrust. And ice in the engine destroys power. Now you know what the atmosphere is made of. But why does this matter? Why is the atmosphere essential for life? Why is it essential for aviation? That's what we're gonna see in the next part. Okay, let's talk about why atmosphere is important for aviation and life. But we will start with life, because without life, there is no aviation. And I'm gonna give you 5 reasons that prove we cannot live without atmosphere. 5 reasons that show why atmosphere is important for life. Let's go. Reason number 1, the atmosphere gives us oxygen. Without oxygen, we die. Every day we breathe it. And it's the same thing for engines. Piston engines need oxygen to burn fuel. It's the same thing for jet engines. Jet engines need oxygen to burn fuel. No oxygen, no life. No oxygen, no flight. Reason number 2, the atmosphere protects us from radiation. The ozone blocks bad ray from the sun. Without this protection, the sun will be dangerous. Our skin will be hurt. Our eyes will be hurt too. Life on Earth would be very difficult, maybe impossible. Reason number 3, the atmosphere controls temperature. The atmosphere keeps some heat from the sun. This heat stays around Earth. It's like a warm coat. Without this coat, night will be very, very cold. Day will be very, very hot. And remember, no stable temperature, no life. Reason number 4, the atmosphere protects us from space rocks. Small rocks from space come to Earth. When they enter the atmosphere, they get very hot. They burn up. You see them as light in the night sky. Without the atmosphere, these rocks will hit the ground. They will be very dangerous. Reason number 5, the atmosphere makes the water cycle work. Water goes up from the sea. It makes clouds. It falls as rain. It fills rivers and lakes. Without the atmosphere, water cannot go up. No clouds, no rain, no weather, no water cycle, no life. So those are 5 reasons the atmosphere is essential for life. Now, what about aviation? Reason number 1 for aviation, lift. The wing shape makes air go faster on top and slower on bottom. This makes low pressure on top and high pressure on bottom. This pressure difference makes lift. Lift is the force that pushes the aircraft up, but lift needs air. Without air, no lift. Without lift, no flight. This is why the atmosphere is important in aviation. Reason number 2, thrust. The propeller pulls air and pushes it back. This push makes the aircraft go forward. No air, no push. No push, no speed. Reason number 3, oxygen for engines. We already say we need oxygen to breathe. Engines also need oxygen to burn fuel. The higher you go, the less oxygen, and less oxygen, less power. Reason number 4, pressure for the altimeter. Your altimeter measures air pressure to tell you how high you are. More pressure means lower altitude. Less pressure means higher altitude. No atmosphere, no pressure. No pressure, no altitude rating. You don't know how high you are. This is very dangerous in aviation. Reason number 5, communication. Pilots talk to air traffic control with radio. Radio needs the atmosphere to travel. You need radio to get permission to fly. You need radio to know the weather. You need radio for help in emergency. No atmosphere, no radio. No radio, no talk with ATC. You are alone and no one can hear you. Reason number 6, protection. Like for life, the atmosphere protects aircraft and people from bad radiation from space. The higher you fly, the less air above you. Less air, less protection. So let's remember what we learned today. First, we learned what the atmosphere is. For science, it's the cover of gas around Earth. For aviation, it is the workplace of pilot. Second, we learn what air is made of, mostly nitrogen and oxygen, plus water vapor, the gas that changes everything. Third, we learn why the atmosphere is essential for life. It gives us oxygen, it protects us from bad rays from the sun, it controls temperature, it burns space rock, it makes water cycle work. Fourth, we learn why the atmosphere is essential for aviation. It gives us lift, it gives us thrust, it gives oxygen to engines, it gives pressure for the altimeter, it gives radio for communication, it gives protection from radiation. So remember this: no atmosphere, no life; no atmosphere, no aviation. But we're not finished with the atmosphere. In the next video, we're gonna talk about the physical property of air, and we will discover what hides inside air pressure. How does pressure change with altitude? Why does it matter for pilots? We will answer this question, so don't miss my next video.
Burning.
This is aviation
take the
here.
exam, why my body is burning right now. What the fuck?
I don't know why you like this word.
I'm burning.
Say something.
Hi.
Hi, I like aviation. Something like. So it was BEMG-Flight Science. If you want to see more content about aviation, just subscribe and see you for the next video. Bye.